Hi guys, okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to do the kettlebell windmill. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our feet shoulder width apart, and I'm going to turn my feet 45 degrees facing this way. Okay, so that's 45 degrees facing this way. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to place that on the inside of my thigh here. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to face that to the ceiling. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at this right hand, the hand that's up in the air, and I'm going to flex my hips 45 degrees to the right and back, to the right and back. And all I'm going to try and do is reach this left hand towards my ankles, or if I can, towards the floor. So I'm going to come down, 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 keep looking at this right hand, and then I come back up. And again, I'm going to come down, 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 looking at the right hand, and then coming back up. What I'm trying to do is get the hip as far out to that side as I can. If I've got tight hamstrings, I may need to bend my knees, and it'll look a little bit like this. As I bend my knees, I come down to here, my hand comes to the floor, and I stand up again. I come down to here, slight bend in my knees, and come back up again. Those of you with more flexible hamstrings, you'll probably be able to keep your legs almost locked, or at least the back leg locked, so it looks more like this. That's fine as well. Okay, we are trying to work towards straighter hamstrings, but those of you who have got poorer flexibility, go with the bent knees because that'll take pressure off of your back. Okay, so now we're going to move on to progression number 1. Okay, so now we're going to look at progression number 1. So we've done the exercise with just body weight, with no weights, and we've done it 5 or 6 times on each side, and we've got comfortable with that movement going to the side and pushing the hips back 45 degrees. So now we can start to add a bit of resistance. Now the easiest way of doing that is to put resistance in our lower hand. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to set myself up, feet shoulder width apart, 45 degrees facing this way, which means I want to put my kettlebell in front of my left foot. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put it on the inside of my thigh, I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to face it to the ceiling. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do exactly the same movement that we did with the non-weighted version, and I'm going to slide down, 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 still looking at my right hand. I don't need to look at the kettlebell on the floor because I know where it is. I know where the floor is, it hasn't moved. I'm going to grab that kettlebell there, still looking at my right hand, I'm going to stand up. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is come back down again, make sure I don't hit myself in the foot, and stand up. So there I'm getting that weight through my hamstring, through my core. As I come down, stand up again. Come down, stand up again. Make sure when I get to the top that I lock out at the top and I'm not stopping here. I want to lock all the way out. Make sure I'm getting that hip working all the way through. I want to come down and back up again. Good stuff. Again, we're looking for maybe sort of 5 or so reps on each side. Get comfortable with it. Start with a low weight, and then we can build the weight up. And then we move on to the final progression, which is progression number 2. Okay, so we've done body weight, and we've done with kettlebell in the lower hand, which is progression number 1. So now we're going to work on progression number 2. So what I need to do with this exercise is I need to get the kettlebell up to my shoulder. So what I'm going to do is a safety clean. I'm going to come down, bring it up, and then into position. Okay, one more time. I'll bring the kettlebell up, other hand to guide it in, and I'm into that safety position. From here, I can do a push press to get it up above my head. Use my legs. It's going up, nice and high. It's in that position overhead. I'm now going to turn my feet 45 degrees, as I did before. Left hand comes onto the inside of my thigh, and I'm going to look at that kettlebell like it's the most interesting and important thing in the world. As I come down, slight bend in my knees, looking at that kettlebell all the time, and then coming up. I'm coming down, push, 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 coming back up again. Make sure that when you get to the top that you rotate all the way through and lock that shoulder out in that top position. Don't stop with it over here, that's going to put a lot of pressure on your shoulder. It needs to be all the way up. I'll do it one more time for you. There and there. So I'll come all the way through at the end. When I'm finished, I can take the other hand, drop it down to guide it down, and then back down on the floor. Okay, now obviously I've demonstrated all of this with my feet going to the left. But obviously you want to do it on both sides. You may find that one side is more flexible than the other one, but that's fine. The idea is that we try and work to get both sides the same. Till next time.